everybody, it's your girlfriend Trinella here, and today I'm going to be learning Greenland metas and Geoguessr. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Okay, the only meta that I think I know for Greenland is like the silver car in Nuke, but I don't think this is the same silver car, so a lot of these rounds are going to be just me guessing somewhere and we're finding out where it is. So, we're going to put it in Sarkardleet. And what am I noticing about the car? There's a little bit of like a black bar. There's a little bit of the car window peeking out. Let's guess here and see where we are. Okay, further north. So this was the Uummannaq four-wheeler. So Uummannaq has two distinctive features, a sharp mountain to the north and a green four-wheeler with large black side mirrors. Neither of the two can be seen on all coverage, but at least one can be seen on most. Updated snowmobile to four-wheeler from the Plonka guide, as I'm pretty sure that's not a snowmobile. Okay, and where is this? Okay, so Uummannaq is, and I think it's pretty important for me to like say where it is like out loud so I'm like learning too at the same time, because I don't know like where most locations are in Greenland. So kind of near this island, Disco Island, a little bit northern of it. Okay, Uummannaq is north of Disco Island. Okay, this one I don't know. So this is like some sort of black vehicle. There's bars. I wonder if it's the same like Uummannaq thing. It has these like egg-shaped mirrors, which is really interesting because I don't feel like I've seen a vehicle with like egg-shaped mirrors before. Do we have a mountain toward north? I mean, kind of, there's mountains all around us, so do I ever just go Uummannaq and then we'll see where we are? I'll go in Uummannaq, sure, let's see. Okay, no. This was in Sisimiut. So, the Sisimiut four-wheeler. The city of Sisimiut can be easily recognized by the black four-wheeler with side mirrors pointing straight up. The coverage is generally very overcast and gray. Okay. And then Sisimiut is... how would I describe this? It's south of Disco Island, but a lot further south. Okay. And kind of like pointing out. It might take some time for me to remember like all these specific locations because this is all new information to me, I think, except for the Nuke car. Okay, so we're on a boat, which is pretty cool. Lots of snow around us. I mean, we're in the water, so I'll go in the water near Nuke. I don't know where we are, but it could be here. Okay, a lot further north. So this was the Red Square Cabin boat. So the boat with a red square cabin can be found in multiple locations on the west coast. Okay, so one of the locations on the west coast. I don't know how many locations there are in Greenland on the east coast in Geoguessr, but this is the Red Square Cabin boat. Okay, so around Sakak, Uummannaq, Kangerluq, Akunak, and Sisimiut. Most significantly, by and around Akunak, the areas covered are similar to the Red Roof boat. Okay, Red Square Cabin boat, and this one was by Akunak, which is kind of in this big gap between Disco Island and here. Okay. Red Square Cabin boat. Not a Red Square Cabin boat, but a different boat, and we can see a big pole up top, but no like flag or anything, so I don't know what kind of like boat it is, but we are in the water. Maybe I'll go up here again. Okay, our first one on the eastern side of Greenland. So this was the white boat with a black box. So a boat with a black box near the front, and a checkered pattern on the bow can be found fairly north on the east coast near Itokorturmit, and the bow can be found fairly and to the west of it. While the western part of the coverage is very foggy and somewhat overcast, the eastern parts of coverage is slightly less foggy and very sunny. A man wearing a black coat can also be seen captaining the boat. Okay, white boat with black box. By this corner over here, in this kind of like inland part. Okay, white boat with a black box. Okay, this is a red boat, but not a red boat with like the square cabin. This is more like a, I don't know, half of an oval shaped. There is a rip in the sky, so very interesting. Definitely not Albania here. Just kidding. I know this is not Albania because we're playing a Greenland only map. But anyways, we'll go near Ortiz and we'll see where we are. Oh, I mean, we'll take it. So this bright red boat can be found on the east coast near the towns of Tillerilak and Kumits, respectively. While the coverage near Tillerilak does not have a cloud in sight, the coverage near Kumits is somewhat overcast. Okay. We kind of guessed in the right area, low-key. Okay, so like over here, and Tillerilak is kind of directly to the right of where Greenland, like the word is in the middle of the place. Okay. So we can try to remember that. Bright red boat, but not the square one. Okay. This one is definitely a unique car. There's an antenna, and there's one part of a roof rack peeking out. There's not 4 things, which is interesting. I don't think this is the nuke one, so I'll go somewhere like Kulusuk. Okay, a lot further south. So this was the Narsak car. So Narsak can be identified by the thin antenna seen on the right side of the car. The coverage is very sunny and fairly green. Okay, Narsak. And a Narsak is found like almost all the way south in Greenland. Okay, antenna, almost all the way south. Is this a repeat location? This is the same car, right? Maybe it's just further down the road, but we just had this, I think. So we'll go Narsak. I mean, hey, 4.992 definitely helps to have the same thing 2 times in a row. I don't know if it was a repeat location or just like the same meta, but like a slightly different location, but we got that one like on lock. We'll take 4.992. Okay, this is new. So some sort of car, vehicle, a little bit of the side mirrors peeking out, a little bit of a red blur in the front. It almost seems more like a motorcycle or like small like snowmobile vehicle than like a car. Lots of different colored houses. Okay, no visible like mountains. This feels more like a hill. This is like a cemetery. Okay. Again, I don't know this one, so we'll go near like Kakordtak. Okay, further north. This was the Asiat four-wheeler. So the most noticeable feature of the coverage in Asiat is the windshield with a shiny red, white, and black reflection. The large round side mirrors can also be used to identify the town. The coverage is very sunny and has thick, thawing snow along most of the roads. Okay. And Asiat is under Disco Island. I feel like Disco Island has been kind of like my base for like knowing where a lot of things are. Okay, so we have someone on some sort of vehicle, a little bit of a bar peeking out. Lots of different colored houses around us. It feels a little bit more warmer because there's not like as much snow, so I'm thinking maybe more southern. I don't think we've had this vehicle before, so I'll go near Pamut. Okay, a lot further north. This was the Iluslisat four-wheeler, so most coverage in Iluslisat can be recognized by the green four-wheeler with black bars and a driver wearing a beige hat. Note, however, that there are some small sections where the driver does not wear it. The coverage is fairly sunny and bright. Okay. Okay, egg-shaped mirrors. We had the egg-shaped mirrors somewhere. Egg-shaped mirrors, unless it's in multiple places. I want to go near Umanak. I don't know if that's exactly right, but I feel like it was somewhere on the west coast. Okay, this was Sisimut. Okay. So, the Sisimut four-wheeler can be easily recognized by the black four-wheeler with side mirrors pointing straight up. Okay, Sisimut. Right, 800 points, not horrible. All right, we're improving. I think we got 4,000 the first time, so let's keep going and keep learning. Okay, mirrors pointing up, Sisimut, I think, which is somewhere near Disco Island, but more southern here. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, really getting like these same metas twice in a row. Super helpful for me. Hoping to at least learn like a couple of these and have them memorized by the end. Okay. This is a boat, but it has no like red like square box or anything. I feel like this is one of the ones on the east coast somewhere. Maybe I'll go near Kumit. Okay. So not great. This was the white boat with a black box, which we had, but it was a lot further north and it was near Ito Kortormi. Okay. So a lot further north. Yeah, I think I remember learning this one. Okay. Okay, this is Ooh, very, very blue water. And by like blue, I mean kind of like more like a blue-green, like a turquoisey, you know? And it's kind of crazy how like different the mountains are. We can see like to our north, we have these like, you know, warmer green mountains. And then to our like east, we have like very snow-capped mountains. So wow, such like a wild difference around us. And then the water is just like such a pretty color. Okay, red boat, but not like the red square box thing. So maybe this one is the one that's near Kumits. Okay. We kind of got that one. So 4.3, I think honestly for Greenland, like I will definitely take 4.3, but the bright red boat can be found on the east coast near the towns of Lock and Kumit respectively. Okay, bright red boat on the east coast. Okay, this is the boat with like a square thing in front of us, but is this the red square thing? I know there's like red on the top, but it's also like white also. So it might be different. We have a blue boat. I don't remember if this is the like red square box one or if this is a new one. Let's go like really far north. We'll go like Migbukta. Okay. So we could have been closer there. This was the white cabin roof boat. So this boat with a white cabin and a red roof can be found by a multitude of towns and villages on the west coast around Sakak, Kikester Swak, Akunak, Sarfanguit, and Asiat. Most of the coverage is in a general area around the city of Asiat. Note that the square red cabin boat covers many similar adjacent areas. Okay. So definitely could have guessed at least on the west coast there, white cabin, red roof boat, but it seems like there's multiple locations. Okay, ooh, I think this is a new one. It's like some sort of like red car / truck with side mirrors and a little bit of a red back of like the car / truck. I don't remember if this is one that I've learned, so we'll go near Foringhaven. Okay, no, this was the Kakortok red car. So Kakortok can be recognized by the red rectangular car, extremely sunny in the area is greener and less barren than most of the country. Okay, Kakortok red car. All right, okay, 9.8K, we're going up. We're definitely learning. Let's keep going and see how many more I can get. Okay, wow, we only see like the person's hands on like the handlebar, so I feel like it's some sort of like snowmobile or like, you know, like a motorcycle where you go like, you know, vroom, vroom, vroom. Okay. But we can't see anything in the back. We can't see any colors, so I don't know if we've had this one. I don't think so, because I think like we would have memorized one with like the handlebars. Lots of different colored houses, kind of like warmish mountains. Not a ton of snow at this current moment. We'll go further south, maybe near like Ugarzyorfik. Okay, this was on the east coast, so this is Tassilok four-wheeler. So the coverage in Tassilok can be recognized by four-wheeler with large gray handguards on each side or on either side. The coverage is a lot of very thin clouds and the area is somewhat green. Okay. And Tassilok is kind of to the right of where Greenland, like the name is on the place. Okay. Okay, this is the boat with the red square. Do I remember where it is though? I want to go near Disco Island. I feel like maybe it was near there. So I'm going to go near Sakak. Okay. Not horrible. So this was the red square cabin boat, but this can be found all over the west coast of Greenland. So I will definitely take that. Like, we at least remembered like the general area. And if this was in like a duel, we'd get pretty close here. Like, it'd be way more than 2.2 thousand points. So the boat with a red square cabin can be found in multiple locations on the west coast. Okay. We'll definitely take that for sure. All right. Boat. White boat with a black box is east coast. Somewhere like here, right? I think in like the first like big like inland part. I'm not seeing a lot of city names here. Maybe I want to go near Vandra Block. I feel like it's somewhere in here is what I remember. Okay. we will definitely take that a little bit closer to, well, a lot closer to Itokortor meat, but we at least remember the right side, so we'll definitely take that. That is progress, even though it's not perfect, but that is all you can ask for. So we have a little bit of these side mirrors and maybe the person's hand showing, so is it ever, this is like a green vehicle though. I don't know, have we learned one with green? Or maybe the color, I don't think we've learned any vehicles that are green so far, but there are side mirrors and the person's hands peeking out, which I feel like was somewhere near like Cock or Talk. But I don't know if it was like a green vehicle specifically, so this might be different. Okay, it was different. So this was the Umanak four-wheeler. So Umanak has two distinctive features, a sharp mountain to the north and a green four-wheeler with large black side mirrors. Okay, neither of the two can be seen on all coverage, but at least one can be seen on most. Okay, so Umanak is a little bit north of Disco Island, and it's green. Green, a little bit north of Disco. Okay, white boat with a black box, we know is somewhere near Itokormeet. Okay, yeah, 4.6. We are so good with that boat. Okay. Perfect, we're hitting 10K. Okay, we've literally gone up and up and up each time. I'm really happy with my progress here. I know it's like out of 25,000 points and it's obviously not a perfect score, but I think learning is about progress and I'm happy with, you know, even learning one more meta than I knew before this video. I think that'll help when it shows up in duels because for some reason it shows up like a decent amount. Like I feel like I get it a lot more than like other countries that I would expect more, like, you know, like Laos or Cambodia or something. But yeah, now I know a few Greenland metas, but we're going to keep playing this and see how many more we can get to sink in. Okay, a little bit of green, right? Is this side mirrors plus green? Or is the green just from like the sunshine, maybe? And then mountains to our south. Okay, green was, we just had it, somewhere north of Disco Island. Umanak? Stop. Okay, wait, not me getting 4.9. Okay. This was the Umanak four-wheeler, which we just had, so yes, love getting 2 in a row of the same one, because definitely helps with that memorization. This one's a little bit more difficult. This guardrail is interesting, though, so it's the flat guardrail, not like the curvy guardrail. 2017 copyright. A little bit of side mirrors poking out, no antenna. I don't think I know one with side mirrors and no antenna. Like currently, like I might have had it before, but I don't have it memorized, so I don't know. We'll go near Narsak, but I really have no clue here. Okay, a lot further north and also east. This was the Tassilak four-wheeler. So the coverage in Tassilak can be recognized by the four-wheeler with large gray handguards on either side. And the coverage has a lot of very thin clouds and the area is somewhat green. Okay. Okay, we had this location because I feel like I remember like the large like cemetery. A green thing with handlebars shown is Umanak, I think. Right? Oh, and a cemetery shows here. Is this ever this? We're near this curve in the road, maybe? I don't know. This might not even be the right city. Okay, yeah. This is not the right four-wheeler, but maybe a different... Okay, so it's a different green four-wheeler. I was going to say, I thought the green one was in Umanak, but there's more than one. So we'll definitely... Let's take 4... Or we'll take 1.9K. So this is the Iluslisat four-wheeler. So... Green four-wheeler, loosely sought, which is south of Disco Island, southeast. Okay. Ooh, interesting boat. Okay, so this is the red boat, not the red square. Red boat is southern? No. Red boat is western. I feel like it can be in a lot of places. So I'll go in the water like here between like Sakak and Umanak. No! Oh, okay. We mixed up our red boats here. So this is the bright red boat found on the East Coast. Okay. Okay. That's okay. We're not going to have everyone memorized. So red car and antenna way bent, like squiggly to the left. I don't know if we've had one with like a way squiggly antenna, but we've definitely had a car that's like red in the back and red in the front. So I think we have had this actually upon further trying to memorize it, but I don't remember where this is. We'll go near Cocklertalk. Oh, well, I didn't know that I remembered where it was, but hey, I guess maybe subconsciously I knew. Maybe I should be more confident about it. But wow, okay, 12,000. That is the best score we've had so far. Let's play this map one more time and see if we can beat our score of 12,000. We've only gone up and up and up every round, so some of these are sticking. Hopefully we get lucky and memorize more, but let's see how I do in this last round of learning Greenland region guessing metas. Okay. Ooh, red car with antenna. We just had, right? Cocklertalk? And if it's in Cocklertalk, if this is the only one with a red car, we're near think this is Brugsen, which seems like some sort of like bike store. Is it ever Brugseni? Brugseni! We're literally right in front of Brugseni, right? Okay. Wait, maybe we can 5K this guy. Not me like 5King in like Greenland, which like honestly I would never dream of really doing because I just learned region guessing here today. So Kommune Kujalek. We're across the street from Kommune Kujalek, which is here. So we're like right here. Low key. Is this a 5K? Is this a Greenland 5K? Okay. Holy guacamole. We got a Greenland 5K and I'm so super happy about that because wow, I just like wasn't expecting to get a 5K today. Like I was expecting to like, oh, maybe memorize just a few metas, but a 5K is so impressive, at least for my skill level. But this was the Cocklertalk red car and we got that one on lock because we had it multiple times in a row. So love to see a 5K, of course. And then, yep, Cocklertalk right here, kind of in the southern part of Greenland. Okay, red square thing on the boat. The regular red boat, I think, is on the east coast. Red square boat, is that the one that's on the west coast? Like, I feel like there's like a lot of like locations. Like maybe this is the one with like, you know, 5 different locations on the west coast is what I'm thinking in my head. So I'll go kind of here in the middle of the water to hedge for all of them. Okay, yes. So this was the red square cabin boat. As we can see from the map, there's 5 stars that show like the locations of where it generally is. And I think we were in a place where it could have been. So I'll take 3.3K there. But yeah, all kind of like around or near Disco Island, with the furthest one south being like over here. Okay, antenna, but not a red car. This is like, ooh, is this the nuke car? I don't know. It's like a gray or black car. I feel like it's really hard to tell with like the sunshine. There is an antenna, but not the red one. I think I'd go nuke here. I don't think we've had one in nuke so far, but I know that the nuke one has some sort of roof rack. I feel like it's not exactly the same. And I know I said I like learned it before, but like I didn't like properly learn it. I think I just had like 2 Greenland locations in like the span of a couple of days in duels, and they were both in nuke. So that's why I think that might be here, but we could be on the complete opposite side. So let's plonk it here and we'll see where we are. Okay, so we could have been closer. So definitely not the nuke roof rack. I guess like I don't know it, or maybe like I'll definitely know it like if I see it, but this was not it. So this is the Narsak car. Narsak can be identified by the thin antenna seen on the right side of the car. The coverage is very sunny and fairly green. Okay, and Narsak is, again, all the way in the south, kind of here. Oh, north of Cocklertalk. Okay, that Cocklertalk red car. Ooh, okay. A little bit of a roof rack and an antenna. Is this the same location we just had? We had like a little bit of a roof rack and a little bit of an antenna in Narsak, right? Like literally in the last round. So I'm gonna go here, but it might not be exactly the same, but I think this looks similar, right? Like the roof rack peeking out on both sides. So we'll go here. Holy, okay. Wow. Almost a 5K from just like that random plonk in the middle of the city. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, Narsak car. Thin antenna on the right side, very sunny, fairly green. Wow. Almost another 5K, which is just like something I'm literally like so shocked by, getting a 5K in the first round and almost 5King there. Like this is going like so well. Okay, side mirrors. A little bit of white peeking out, no antenna. This one, I don't remember. Side mirrors, a little bit of white peeking on the left, but no antenna. I'm trying to like rack my brain of like all the locations we've learned so far today. Nothing's like really popping up. I'm gonna go in, well, Sakak doesn't look like it has like a city. Kekertak also doesn't really look like it has a city. I'm like looking for a place that's like has a decent amount of roads because this place seems like it's fairly populated. No. Umanak? Yeah, I'm not really sure here. I think this one, I don't have memorized, but that is okay. We're going to put it in Umanak and then we'll learn where this last location is. But I think this has been our best round so far. So I'm super happy with the progress. And let's see where this last location is. Okay, so it could have been closer again. So we got 6-6. We got 66. This was the Tassilok four-wheeler. So the coverage in Tassilok can be recognized by the four-wheeler with large gray handguards on each side. The coverage is a lot of very thin clouds and the area is somewhat green. Okay, and in Tassilok, again, kind of where Greenland is like labeled and then like to the east of it. That is okay. All right, we got 13.7K there, our best score yet. We only went up and up and up each round, and we even got a 5K, which I'm like so shocked and like surprised and impressed by myself. What was the 5K? It was the first round, right? Yeah, here in Kekertak, but we'll definitely take that. So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video of me learning Greenland region guessing metas in Geoguessr. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments. Also tell me if you've ever gotten Greenland in duels, how often does it pop up for you, and have you ever recognized the location and gotten the right city in Greenland? I want to know. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla and have a great day.